Today we're going to be talking about the law of cosines. Now, we previously did some videos in reference to the law of sines, but now we're going to do the law of cosines. And we must keep in mind that these videos are basically, or this particular law is used when you want to solve triangles that are not right triangles. Typically, we teach lessons on solving right triangles, but there's also a way of solving triangles that are not right triangles. So if you notice on this left hand side, I have the formula for the law of cosines. The original formula is this one: c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared minus 2ab cosine c. Now this c, this a, and this b, they all represent the lengths of the sides of the triangle. So the a, b, and c in this first section represent the lengths of the sides of the triangle. Now down here, this is actually a different version that you can use when you are trying to find the angle measures of the using the law of cosines. So there's a big difference. We're going to go through two examples in this first video, and then we'll do two more examples. So starting out, we have example one. It says find AB. So AB in this case is actually this side right here, okay? So we're looking for that. Now we must start out by first of all using the formula. So in this case, that is actually side C. So we're going to have C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared. So A in this case is 29. So we have 29 squared plus 13 squared minus 2 times 29 times 13. And then we're going to multiply that by the cosine of this angle right here, 41. Okay? Going back now, c squared equals 29 to the second power is actually equal to 841, and 13 squared is equal to 169. So minus, we're going to multiply 2 times 29 times 13, which gives us 754 times the cosine of 41 degrees. Then here, we're going to actually start putting this together. So I'm going to keep these first few numbers the same so we can kind of do this almost in terms of order of operation. So the cosine of 41 degrees is actually 0.7547. Now, I typically use 4 decimal places when I'm working with the trig ratios for different angles. So we're going to keep going with this 841 plus 169 minus, when I actually multiply 754 by 0.7547, I'm going to get 569. Okay, so from here we'll get c squared is equal to, we're going to do the math here, 841 plus 169 minus 569 is actually equal to 441. Okay, now in order to get rid of this exponent of 2, we want to take the square root of that. So c is actually equal to the square root of 441. And all I did was take the square root of both sides. And now the square root of 441 is actually 21. So that tells us that the length of side C in this case, which is right here, is going to be 21 units. All right, moving right along to example 2, we have a similar type problem, but in this case we're going to be looking for A. So this is the side that we're trying to find. So in this case we're going to say A squared is equal to 21 squared plus 30 squared minus 2 times 21 times 30. I'm sorry, I made a little boo-boo right there. All right, times 30, and then cosine of 123 degrees. Okay, so from here we'll just do some math. 21 squared is 441 plus 900 minus 2 times 21 times 30 is actually 1,260, and we're going to multiply that by the cosine of 123. Okay, moving right along, we're going to keep the first few numbers the same. We're just going to change the cosine of 123. So this is going to be times, cosine of 123 is negative 0.5446. And then we'll go here. So we'll say 441 plus 900 minus negative, when I multiply 1,260 by the cosine of 123, I'm going to actually get negative 686.2. Okay, so from here I'll get a squared is equal to, we'll do the math here, 441 plus 900 minus negative 686.2 is going to give me 2027.2. And what I'm going to do is, in actuality, in order to get rid of this exponent of 2, I have to take the square root of both sides. So this tells me that a is equal to the square root of 2027.2. I'm sorry, I wrote 0.7, so that's 0.2 right there. And then a is approximately 45. Now, once again, that's a length of a side, so it's just 45 units. So that's our first two examples on using the law of cosines to find the length of a side of a triangle. And we're going to pick up in the next video and use the law of cosines to find angle measures.